right, YouTube, and we'll go on the record. You're on the record. Good evening, everyone. As you're being admitted to the Zoom docket, I'm going to ask everyone to please make sure that you're muted at this time. All participants, please make sure that you are muted at this time. Good evening, everyone. I'm Judge Hudson. I'm going to go ahead and call the contest docket for the Municipal Court of Dalworthing Gardens for August 2026. We are on the record. Everything is being recorded and streamed live via YouTube as required by statute. This is a Zoom docket. I'm going to ask everyone to please look at your screens and your displays. If you notice that there is a name that is appearing at the bottom of each square or tile, we need to have the name of the defendant, the first and last name of the defendant, as Dalworthing Gardens has it in their charging instrument there. That will help us to get your files ready and have your cases heard as promptly as possible. So if only a first name is showing up, or if something just says so-and-so's phone, please go ahead and make sure that you have the first and last name of the defendant appearing there while we go over this information. I'm going to go over some general information that you all need to know and understand before you decide how to handle your case or cases. Please listen carefully to this information. You will have the opportunity to ask questions about the general rights and options, but I cannot hear any of the specific facts about your case or cases until I know how you're going to plead to each charge. Please listen carefully to this information. As I said, this is the Municipal Court of Dalworthing Gardens. We handle Class C misdemeanor violations and municipal ordinance violations. These are criminal charges which carry fines only as their punishment. Because they're criminal charges, if you are convicted, if you're found guilty, a criminal conviction is reported on your record to the state authorities, so please listen carefully to your rights and options. You have the right to request a trial by jury. What that means is if you wish to plead not guilty, you can request that we summons in a group of citizens to sit and hear the evidence and decide guilt, innocence. If you don't want to have a jury trial, that's absolutely fine. The law does not require that you have a jury trial. It simply requires that you be advised you have that right. If you wish to waive your right to a jury trial and have me, the judge, hear your case instead, that is absolutely fine, and we can have your trials tonight for anyone who is waiving their right to a jury trial. In addition to your right to a trial by jury, you have the right to be represented by an attorney. If you wish to hire an attorney to represent you and you have not yet done so, please let me know when I call your case to be heard. I will gladly give you a pass until next month's docket to give you time to consult with an attorney. Otherwise, if you do not have a licensed attorney representing you, do understand that you, the defendant, must speak for yourself. Even if you're a minor or a juvenile and you have your parent or guardian present, as is required by law, the defendant must speak for themselves unless they have a licensed attorney representing them. I cannot give you any legal advice. I cannot suggest how you should handle your case or cases. Likewise, you cannot have anyone other than a licensed attorney speaking for you. So if you're a minor or juvenile and you have a parent or guardian present, as is required by law, they are there to observe, to be aware of what is happening. They cannot speak for the minor or juvenile defendant. So if you wish to have time to consult with an attorney, let me know. An attorney's years of training and experience could be of great benefit to you, and I will gladly give you a pass until next month's docket to consult with an attorney. It will not prejudice your case or have any negative effect in any way. But do remember, if you do not have an attorney representing you, you, the defendant, must speak for yourself. Now, the first thing that I'm going to do when I call your cases to be heard is I'm going to go over what charges we show pending against you in Dalworthing Gardens. Listen carefully to what I say. If you think you have any additional charges than what I say, or if you think you're facing different charges than what I say, please let me know so that we can make sure and clear that up and make sure we have all of your cases here present so that you can dispose of them without having to come back to court another time. Then, before I can hear any of the facts or circumstances about your case or cases, I must know how you plead to each charge. You have three options. I'm going to go over them and explain what they mean to you at this time. You may plead guilty. You may plead no contest, or you may plead not guilty. Now, let me explain what they mean. With a plea of guilty, you are admitting your guilt to the offense charged. It is all I need to hear in order to find you guilty. I don't have to hear any other facts or circumstances. With a plea of no contest, you are not admitting guilt, but you're indicating you don't want to contest the case, you don't want to have a trial. This allows you to go ahead and dispose of your case without admitting guilt. You can request the deferred disposition probation if you wish to try to keep this off of your record. and you can go ahead and close out your case tonight. Do understand that a plea of no contest has the same legal effect in a criminal courtroom as a plea of guilty. So if you plead no contest, do understand that you will be found guilty at the end of your hearing unless you ask for deferred disposition probation. You, the defendant, must request deferred disposition probation if you wish to have that. Sometimes people try to avoid having a trial and they plead no contest, but they try to then tell me some facts or circumstances that they think would support a not guilty verdict. Typical example is they will say, I don't think the officer was pointing the radar gun at me. That will not work. You cannot avoid a trial if you plead no contest rather than guilty. I cannot find you not guilty if you plead no contest. So do understand that. So you can plead guilty, admit guilt. You can plead no contest and not admit guilt, but you can go ahead and close out your cases, or you can plead not guilty. If you're pleading not guilty, that's where you were saying you did not do what you're charged with, and there needs to be a trial to determine guilt innocence. For everyone who is waiving the right to a jury trial, this is the contest docket, so your cases can be tried tonight. All right. Now, I mentioned that punishment is by fine. I'm going over the general punishment ranges that you could be facing, but I also want to explain the deferred disposition probation option. If you want to dispose of your case or cases and not have a conviction on your record, the law allows you to ask for deferred disposition probation. That is where you, the defendant, enter a plea of guilty or no contest on the record, and the court makes a finding that there would be enough evidence to find you guilty, but I do not find you guilty. Instead, I defer or I put off finding you guilty for 90 days. During that 9-day time period, you are on an informal probation out of my court. And I say informal because we don't have a probation officer, so you don't have to report every week or every month. You pay your deferral fees. They're usually about the same amount as what the fine would be. You pay the court costs. They are state mandated, and they're the same either way. If you follow the terms and conditions of your deferred disposition probation, then at the end of your 9-day probationary period, your case or cases will be dismissed, and you will be able to honestly say you're not convicted of the offenses that you were charged with. Now, the alternative is if you do not follow the terms and conditions that I set, our prosecutor could file a motion to have you adjudicated. That means to have you found guilty. A warrant could issue for your arrest. You could be arrested, convicted, and face up to the maximum fine and court cost. So make sure you understand the terms and conditions of your deferred disposition probation. We'll go over them during your hearing, and they will be printed in a block on the paperwork that we send you. Also, make sure you're going to be able to comply with them. If you know you have some sort of a conflict or some sort of an issue where you're not going to be able to do something, or at least not in the time period that I set, notify me and ask for a modification or an extension. All right. Now, let me explain to you my number one term and condition for everyone on a deferred disposition probation is you do not commit a criminal offense while you're on the probation. That means don't get another Class C ticket for speeding or anything like that. And then obviously don't do anything more serious than a Class C ticket. Depending on your age and the offense you're charged with, you might be required to take a driving safety course or to do some community service. I might require some sort of remedial step. For example, if you are driving with an expired registration, I will order you to get your vehicle registered if you still own that vehicle. If you were driving without insurance or other financial responsibility, I will order you to obtain and maintain insurance or other financial responsibility during your probationary period. This is where it's important for you to listen to the terms that I set and let me know if you have a circumstance that would make it where you're unable to comply. For example, if you no longer own a vehicle, so you're not driving, you have nothing to insure. But if I order you to provide proof of insurance from one date to one date, and at the end, you don't provide proof of insurance, you're in default whether you own a vehicle or not. Therefore, you've got to let me know if you no longer own a vehicle. And if you start off your deferred disposition owning a vehicle and having it insured, but then something happens and you end up selling it or it stops working, you can't just cancel your insurance and be all right. You have to contact the court and ask for a modification. That responsibility is on you, the defendant, while your case is pending. Now, for any minors or juveniles, you are required to have a parent or guardian present here in court. I have an additional warning for both the minors and juveniles and their parents and guardians. You are under a continuing obligation to notify the court of any change in the defendant's home address, school address, or any telephone number that they use the entire time that their cases are pending, including any time that they're on deferred disposition probation. Failure to notify the court of such change could result in additional criminal charges being filed both against the minor or juvenile defendant and against the parent or guardian who appeared in court. It's important we know how to reach these defendants the entire time their cases are pending. So make sure if your contact information changes, you notify us and tell us. All right, now I'm going to go over the general punishment ranges that you could be facing. For most of your rules of the road violations, your speeding tickets, etc., the punishment range that you're facing is up to $200 plus court cost for each offense. Certain offenses have special punishment ranges. For example, failure to maintain financial responsibility, which is the no insurance ticket, has a punishment range that starts at $175 and goes up to $350 for a first offense. A second or subsequent offense, the punishment range starts at $350 and goes upwards from there. All other general class C misdemeanors and most of our municipal ordinance violations have punishment ranges of up to $500 plus court costs. Certain municipal ordinance violations have punishment ranges of up to $2,000 plus court costs. And finally, if you were involved in a moving violation which results in either bodily injury or serious bodily injury to another person, the punishment range that you're facing is up to $4,000 plus court cost. Now, bear in mind whether I'm hearing the case or whether the jury is hearing the case, that full punishment range is open to the trier of facts. So if you have any specific facts or circumstances which would touch on what an appropriate punishment would be in your case, please feel free to tell me that after you enter your plea. I can't hear the facts or circumstances before you enter your plea, but after you enter your plea, I can hear all relevant facts or circumstances. Now, this is a Zoom docket. So obviously, at the conclusion of your hearing, if you have deferral fees to pay or fines and court costs to pay, you can't just pay it right here in open court. So we considered paid at the time of court if you can get it paid by next Monday. If you are unable to pay the full amount of your deferral fees and court costs by next Monday, let me know and we can set you up on a payment plan. I typically require a down payment of the court costs, and then you pay off the balance at $100 every 2 weeks, unless you have some special circumstances where you're unable to do that. Do understand if you're doing deferred disposition probation, your 90-day probation does not begin until you get your deferral fees and court costs paid in full. So the quicker you get them paid, the quicker your probation starts, the quicker you're done with your probation. So I definitely try to get people to have that taken care of as promptly as possible. Now, if you don't want to do deferred disposition probation, if you're going to take a conviction on your record, but you're unable to pay the full amount of your fines and court costs by Monday, you may request a payment plan in that situation too. You do need to understand that you are found guilty at the time that you sign up on the payment plan. This is important because if you default on the payment plan, if you miss a payment, then a special type of warrant can issue for your arrest. It's called a capias pro fine warrant. That's a warrant that tells the arresting agency you have already been found guilty and you simply owe the money, and these warrants are not bondable. You could be arrested and held in jail until the full amount plus warrant fees are paid. So make sure you understand the terms of your probation or your payment plans, and you're going to be able to follow them. Now, if something happens and you're on a payment plan for either deferred disposition probation or after you've taken a conviction, if something happens and you're not going to be able to make a payment, please do not just default and disappear. Contact my court staff and ask for an extension or a modification. If you've been sick for a couple of weeks and you haven't been able to work, so you're not going to be able to make a payment, I understand that. We can give you an extension. If something happens and you're not getting as many hours as you normally get, so you're not going to be making the same amount of money, we can modify the amount down. I try to set people up to succeed, but I can only do that if you communicate about your situation. Now, I'm giving you all a lot of information here. If you have any general questions about your rights and options, you may ask me general questions before you enter your plea. But do remember, I cannot hear any of the facts or circumstances until I know what your plea will be. I will call you to unmute in the order that you logged in with my court clerk. We'll try to get everyone processed through and promptly as possible. Once I've taken everyone's announcements, then for anyone who's pleading not guilty and waiving their right to a jury trial, we will have your trials this evening. All right. All right, let's see. The first defendant that I have is Lexi. It was Lexi's iPhone.
I'm here, Alexis McKinley.
Thank you. All right.
You're welcome.
All right, Ms. McKinley, I show you have one case pending and it's fair to maintain financial responsibility. You entered a plea of no contest to this back in March of 25, and you've been set up on deferred in order to provide proof of insurance. and we've actually given you 2 extensions. And it looks like the last insurance that you gave us, which you got to us in early May, and it was supposed to go until June 3rd, was canceled May 18th.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have any other insurance after May 18th?
No,
Why did you cancel it? You only held it for half of the time.
the vehicle is currently not working and I'm not driving at the moment.
Okay, but you knew that you have to contact the court first. Why didn't you contact us?
Honestly, that never crossed my mind to give y'all a call.
But you've been in court and you've heard me go over this exact information.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have
Why?
other stuff going on and I don't even live in Texas. So everything that's been going on, it completely slipped my mind. My apologies.
So if you had an accident and when you didn't have insurance, how were you going to take care of that?
The vehicle's not working, so I'm not driving.
So do you just want to admit default and take a conviction on your record?
Yeah, that's fine, because I'm tired of just going back and forth with it.
All right. All right, then based upon your default for failure to have valid insurance, I'm finding you guilty and your conviction will be reported to the state authorities. This closes
Okay.
out this case. This doesn't excuse you from any duty to have insurance on any vehicle that you own wherever you are living, but
Mm-hmm.
this closes out your case here. All right, you
Okay.
are released at
Okay.
this time.
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm. Next, I have Gabriel Scott.
I'm right here.
All right. All right. So it's Gabrielle. I apologize. How old are you?
16.
Okay. Do you have a parent or guardian there?
Yes, she's right here.
I'm here.
And how is she related to you?
She's my daughter.
She's your mom?
Yes.
Okay. Ma'am, can you please state your name for the record?
Stephanie Dawson,
Thank you.
Dawson,
Is it Stephanie with a PH or an F?
a PH.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to be speaking with Miss Scott right now. Miss Scott, you are facing one charge of speeding going 57 in a 40-mile-per-hour zone. Do you understand that that is the charge pending against you?
Yes.
Were you able to hear my explanation about defendant's rights and options that I just went over?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions for me about any of those?
No.
All right, then to this charge of speeding going 57 in a 40-mile-per-hour zone, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, no contest, or not guilty?
Um, I wish to plead no contest.
All right, I've received your plea of no contest, and so you wish to waive your right to a jury trial and have me hear a case tonight, correct?
Yes, please.
And you wish to represent yourself, correct?
Yes, please.
And do you have any information that you want to tell me or any requests that you want to make?
No, ma'am.
So you're not asking for deferred probation to keep this off of your record?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so that would be a request. Remember, that was one of the things that I said. So you're requesting that. So tell me, why were you going so fast?
Um, the clock had just hit 12 a.m. and there's a curfew, so I was trying to hurry up and get home.
When was your curfew?
12 a.m.
Okay. Well, the officer's notes say that you were stopped at 12:24.
Oh,
So you must have started driving at 12.
yes.
Okay. And are you in school?
Yes.
Where do you attend school?
Martin High School?
Okay. All right. And did you receive any consequences for this at home?
Yes.
What were your consequences?
I got my phone took and I wasn't allowed to hang out with my friends.
So I know that may sound harsh, but you understand at the speed that you're going almost highway speed and you're going down Bowen Road, which, some people's driveways back right out onto Bowen Road. People aren't expecting someone to be going that fast. And if you have an accident going at that speed, you are putting yourself and other people at risk. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. And as much as I'm sure your parents wanted you home on time, most importantly, they want you home safe every time. All right.
Yes.
Is there anything else you wish to tell me?
No.
Then based upon your plea of no contest, I'm making a finding on the record that there would be enough evidence to find you guilty, but I will not find you guilty. Instead, I will defer finding you guilty and I will place you on deferred disposition probation out of this court for 90 days. Your deferral fee for this offense is going to be $85. Your court costs are $134. You are going to be required to complete a driving safety course and you need to get the certificate indicating you've completed that course back into the court within the 90-day probationary period. Now, it is your responsibility to pick a course, take it, and complete it. There are many different providers. Many of them are online. There are still some in-person ones if you wish to go to them. I do want to let you know that if you take an online class, the schools do not notify the court that you have completed the class. They will send you a certificate. Some of them will send it to you electronically. Some of them still mail it to you. For the schools that mail them out to defendants, if you do not pay extra to have them send it to you overnight, it will take you about 3 weeks from the time you complete the course until you receive the certificate in the mail. Then you still need to sign it and get that certificate back to us. So give yourself enough time to get that done. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And how long have you had your driver's license?
4 months.
So since you've had it less than a year, I have to have you take the DPS driving test again.
Okay.
Okay, now what that means is you need to go either to a DPS facility and take the test there, or you need to go to a driving school that's authorized to administer them and take it there. But you have to take it and pass it and get that proof back to us. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
That the driving or the written,
Right, just the driving part of it,
not the written part.
not the written part.
Okay.
Now, your total is $219. Are you going to be able to pay that in full by Monday, or do you need some time to pay it back?
No, I can pay it in full by
Okay,
Monday.
no, I'm speaking to Miss Scott. Miss Scott,
I'm sorry.
are you going to be able to pay this in full by Monday, or do you need some time to pay it back? Pay it
I
out.
can pay it in full by Monday.
Now, are you paying it, or are you getting your money from your mother?
I'm getting my money from my mother.
Okay, okay. So, in addition to the other conditions, I'm going to order that you pay your mother back. Now what that means is you either earn the money and pay her back with money if that's what she wants you to do. That means you do work for her around the house if that's what she wants you to do. That means you stay home and read books rather than going out with your friends if that's what she wants you to do. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, Ms. Dawson,
Yes.
since your daughter is going to have the order to pay you back, that means that I need to get a letter from you. It can be an email that says she has paid you back. So
Okay.
if we don't get that, then at the end of the 9 days, I'm gonna have to set you all for a show cause hearing. So when she pays you back, just make sure to send us a letter or an email. Make sure your daughter's full name, first and last name is in the letter so we know which file it belongs to. All right?
Okay.
Okay. Now, Ms. Scott, my court clerk can email you all this paperwork. You can look
Okay.
at it, print it out. There are some forms you're gonna need to sign and get back in here. Make sure you get your payment in by Monday. You can either come in person during business hours and pay. You can get a receipt. You can go online and pay. We also have a night drop box if you need to make a payment after hours. We need a good email address for you, please.
GABRIE
Uh-huh.
LLE
Uh-huh.
Scott
Uh-huh.
393
393. Yes.
@gmail.com.
Let me read that back to you, okay? GABRIELLESCOTT 393 @gmail.com.
Yes.
Okay, watch your email. It may go into a spam folder, so definitely check that. But if you haven't received it by Friday, call my court staff and they will resend it to you, all right?
Okay.
Okay, any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, most important thing, what take away from this, don't speed. even if you're going to be late. Don't speed. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this concludes your hearing. You two are released.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, next I have William Skinner. All right, Mr. Skinner.
Yes,
You have one case pending that's driving while your license is invalid. You were in court in July, indicated you wish to plead not guilty, waive your right to a jury trial, and have a trial tonight. Do you still wish to plead not guilty?
correct.
Okay. Have you received a copy of the complaint and the waiver form that my court clerk sent you?
Yes, and returned.
Okay, thank you very much. So you're going to be our first case for trial. I do need to take all the defendants' announcements, but I'm going to give you the opportunity to speak with Mr. Craig Bishop, our prosecutor, in a breakout session. You all might be able to work something out, and if you do, that's fine. If not, then you'll be the first one for trial, all right?
Okay,
So Mr. Skinner, Mr. Bishop, if you all please watch for the little button that you can click on to go to the breakout session. You all can go ahead and do that at this time.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, while they're doing that, the next defendant I have is Talon Winkle.
Hello, Your Honor.
Yes, let me grab your file. All right. Mr. Winkle, I show that you have one case pending, and that is failure to maintain financial responsibility. You indicated you wish to plead not guilty in the July docket, and that you wish to waive your right to jury trial and have a trial. Is that still correct? You still wish to plead not guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And did you receive a copy of the complaint and jury waiver form from my court clerk?
I did not.
Did you check? Can you check your spam folder right now?
Yes, ma'am. Let me check my spam. So I did speak with the office and I emailed some documents over to you guys. So I have your email on file, but I have not received anything from you guys other than
It was sent on July 8th.
checking. Jump in. It's
Our
in-
records show that it was emailed July 8th, that it was sent to the email that we have on file.
Yes, ma'am. I believe I found it in junk bin. I apologize.
Okay. All right. Well, you've got time to take a look at that right now. You will be our second case for trial. You will have an opportunity to speak with Mr. Bishop in a private session before the trial begins. All right. So if you can go ahead and mute right now. When Mr. Bishop and Mr. Skinner come back, then we'll set you all up for a session. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Next, I have Joseph Castro.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello, Mr. Castro. And let's see. Is this your mom?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. May I get your name, ma'am? I don't seem to have that down here on this folder.
Estrada. Julia Marina Estrada.
Maria Estrada?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so Mr. Castro, you were ordered to start driver's ed, and then we modified the term of your deferred disposition probation, and you were to write a 10-page paper. And I don't show that you sent us in that paper.
Oh, I did send it, Your Honor.
When did you send it?
I sent it. Can I check my phone?
Yes.
I sent it by email to your clerk. Give me a sec.
On what date?
I believe it was June 2nd.
What email did you send it from?
Can I send it through the chat if you wouldn't mind?
Yes.
I sent it.
All right. We're going to check right now to see if we have that. If not, I'm going to have you resend it right now. Okay. In just a
Right.
moment. Okay. Okay, so Mr. Castro, we did receive an email from you. You were ordered to write a 10-page paper, and what you sent us is less than 1 page.
I was trying to, I had to do it on my phone, and I couldn't figure out how to like separate the pages. So that's how I did it.
Well, it's not nearly long enough. You're going to need to do you not have access to any sort of computer?
Right now I do, because I am starting school and I picked it up.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a 30-day extension. You need to write me a real 10-page paper. Do you understand me? About the
Yes.
dangers of driving without a driver's license and the importance of driving with headlights. Do you understand?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you have 30 days from today's date to get that paper in. It needs to be regular, full 10 pages. Understand?
Also, Your Honor, I would like to tell you something.
Sure.
After like I'm starting my driver's education, but they're asking me for a BOE from the school, and I have to wait until I start the school and to contact the school. I attend Polytechnic High School in Fort Worth.
So are you asking for an extension to be able to start driver's ed rather than write the paper?
Yes, if that would be possible.
It is. When do your classes start? Is it next week?
11th, yeah, the 11th.
And it will probably be a couple of days before the office has time to do the VOEs because
Yeah.
they're going to be very busy as students are coming in. All right, I'm going to give you a 30-day extension to provide proof that you've signed up for and started driver's ed. So it's not just signed up, either you've attended a class or if you're doing it online, that you've done some of the units, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you. I apologize for the 10-page error.
That's okay. Now listen, the most important thing, I wanted you to do driver's ed at the start. I want you to get your driver's license. All right. It's very important. Pay attention to what they do, what they say in driver's ed, so that you don't ever end up back in a court again. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. So you have 30 days to get me proof that you have started driver's ed. All right.
All right, thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. You are released at this time. Thank you very much.
Have a good day, Your Honor.
You too. Okay. Thank you. All right, next I have Lizandra Torres. Lizandra Torres, please unmute and start your video. Lizandra Torres.
I'm here, Your Honor. I'm trying to.
All right, all right. So Ms. Torres,
The
you have one case
Yes, ma'am.
pending, and that's fair to maintain financial responsibility. And you were in court in June and asked for a reset until July to hire an attorney. And then in July, you asked for another reset. So this is your last reset on this. Have you hired an attorney? We don't have any notations from any attorney has indicated you've hired them.
No, ma'am. I did call a few of them, and they all basically told me the same thing. And due to my financial difficulties, it was just better to represent myself because they all told me
Okay.
the same
All right.
thing, and it was going to be more.
Okay. Well,
Money.
so I know you've been in court before, but I'm gonna go ahead and I need to take your plea now. So do you have any questions about the rights and options that I went over at the start of court before I take your plea?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. Then to this
I've
charge
never
of,
been in court for a ticket.
okay, that's fine. So to this charge of failure to maintain financial responsibility, fifth offense, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, no contest, or not guilty?
No contest, Your Honor.
No contest. All right. And you wish to waive your right to a jury trial and have me hear your case tonight, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you wish to
Yes, Your
represent
Honor.
yourself, correct?
Correct.
Okay, now do you have any information that you want to tell me or any requests that you want to make?
As far as my case, am I telling you
Right,
everything right
right,
now, or?
because this is it. This is your hearing. I'm listening to
Okay.
it right now.
Okay, I can't see myself. That's weird.
I can't
but
see you. I can't see you either. I don't know. I don't know if
It's
your camera,
weird.
are you using a
No, I
computer?
mean it's
Ma'am,
okay.
ma'am, hang on. Are you using a computer?
Yes,
Okay.
a laptop. Yes,
Have you made sure that that the camera lens is open, that it's not closed?
yes. Yep. I don't know what's wrong with it. I wiped it.
That's okay. Well, I can still hear you, so go ahead.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. It was basically I don't have. I'm an animal lover, and I own 2 German Shepherds. I went out into my yard and found a tiny baby possum, and instead of just placing them outside of my yard, which is what I should have done, Your Honor, but I did not. I called like different rehab places that would take them because online it said that the mama would not come back for the baby. And long story short, none of them could come out to Arlington. And I spoke to this lady. It's a wildlife rescue. Her name is Miss Cynthia Miller, and she represents a wildlife rescue. And she advised me that I would be fined and possibly criminally, criminally charged if I kept possession of it. And I'm like, I don't know how to take care of it. I'm just trying to, not let it die. But she said she couldn't pick it up and I would have to drive it to her. And that is the reason that I drove knowingly, not having insurance, Your Honor. Not an excuse. I am a grown person, but I was scared that I would get a felony or anything, and I don't have a
Ma'am,
criminal record.
okay, ma'am, but
Yes, ma'am.
how do you get around normally? How do you get around?
Well, I really don't leave the house right now. I'm going through some health issues. That was a very scary drive, let me tell you. But and right now I don't have a vehicle, so I asked my neighbor or Uber or Lyft. Sometimes the appointments that I have because I am unemployed, they offer assistance and they'll pick us up. So,
Okay.
but I don't. It's not an. I knew that I was driving without insurance, Your Honor.
Okay. And you can't do that. And there's
I understand that.
and I understand you had some sort of a fear, but ma'am, if you've got to think about the reasonableness of situations, and if a wild animal is in your backyard and you'd call and try to get folks to come and pick it up and they can't, you're not going to be facing criminal charges or felony charges if you leave it there, particularly in the evening when you can't call the city, Public Works or something like that. You live in Arlington, they have animal control. I mean, Arlington has animal control, and you could have called them,
It was late, Your Honor, and
Right.
a Sunday. I don't mean to interrupt you.
I understand,
it-
but I just want to let you know, you've got to take the time to make those reasonable decisions, all right?
I
That's
was terrified that I was a felony.
No, ma'am, no, and
That's-
I don't know why anyone would have ever placed anything in your head to make you think that, but no. And
If not, I placed it outside. I promise.
so I've received your plea of no contest. Do you wish to request
ma'am.
deferred disposition probation to keep this off of your record?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll grant your request for deferred disposition probation. Because you have the prior offenses, your deferral fee is high. I'm setting your deferral fee at $350. Your court costs are $81. Now, are you going to be able to pay that in full, or do you need some time to pay it out?
At 350 and then 81, Your Honor.
Yes, so that's going to be $431 total.
Uh, oh, how long do I have? I'm like I said, I am unemployed at this moment. I had a really good job at American Airlines. I was very heavily injured, so I'm going through. And that's why I didn't want a criminal record. I mean, I had a okay, 431. Yes, Your Honor. How long do I have to pay
Well,
that?
when can you get the court costs paid by Monday?
The court costs are the $81.
Yes.
I don't want to lie, so I'm not sure, but I can.
Well, we need to set you up
Try.
where you're able to do it. If I give you a week until Monday, a week from now,
Okay, yes, ma'am.
which will be, let me look at my calendar, which will be the 17th. Can you pay the 81 by then? By August 17th?
Oh, yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I
Okay.
can pay that on
And then pay $50 every 2 weeks after that till it's paid in full.
50 every 2 weeks. That sounds reasonable, Your Honor. I can do that.
And
Yes,
now
ma'am.
I'm ordering you not to drive unless you have provided the court with proof of insurance.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Now, my court clerk will email you all this paperwork. If you haven't gotten it by Friday, call and ask them to resend it, okay? Any
Okay, thank
questions,
you,
ma'am?
Your Honor.
Okay,
I got so dressed up for you. I'm sorry that I can't see you.
that's all right. That's all right. All right, this concludes your hearing. You are released at this time. And I see
Thank you, Your Honor.
you're welcome. I see we have Mr. Bishop and Mr. Skinner back. Mr. Bishop, is there any announcement in this case?
There is, Your Honor, in regards to the driving while license invalid citation.
I'm sorry, hang on one second. Ms. Torres, you need to mute, please. I'm sorry. There we go. Okay, go ahead, Mr. Bishop.
Regard to Mr. Skinner's driving while license invalid citation issued April 9, 2026. I checked the state records this evening.
Mm-hmm.
It shows a suspension that was reinstated prior to that date.
Okay.
So we would agree to dismiss this citation.
Okay, so Mr. Skinner, your case is being dismissed. I will sign the dismissal this evening and you are released.
Okay, a quick question if you don't mind.
Yes, go ahead.
Because I asked the prosecutor, I'm assuming you can't handle, but I guess what is my recourse for obviously all the time, the impound fee, 5 hours and court dockets for something that I was legally allowed to do and improperly given a ticket for?
Well, sir, you can file a complaint with the chief of police. Otherwise, in regards to are you talking about like civil recourse of some sort?
Well, I'm out time plus impound fees, several $100s, which theoretically could be totally alleviated.
Well, sir, you can contact the chief of police who supervises the police officers and file any sort of complaint that you wish. Otherwise, there is no recourse or remittance or anything through this court. Your case is being dismissed.
Okay, what's his
Okay.
name, please?
Greg Petty, Chief Greg Petty.
Okay, that's
Okay.
fine.
All
Thank you.
right, you're welcome. This concludes your hearing. You're released at this time. And Mr. Bishop, and Mr. Winkle, if you all want to go into your breakout session, you may go ahead and do so.
Yes, ma'am. Let's see if I know how to do that on here.
A little button will appear and you just have to click it. Okay. Mhm. Next, defendant I have is Chloe Martinez. Ms. Martinez? If you look, there's like an audio, little audio square and it has a microphone on it. You need to click that. There we go.
Hello?
Yes,
Okay.
there we go, Ms. Martinez. All right. Ms. Martinez, how old are you?
I'm 16.
And do you have a parent or guardian there with you?
Yes, ma'am, my dad.
Okay. Sir, can you state your name, please?
Gabriel Martinez.
Thank you. Okay, Ms. Martinez, did you hear my explanation about defendant's rights and options that I went over at the start of court?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions for me about any of those?
No, ma'am.
All right, so you have 3 charges pending. I'm going to go over those, what those are, and then I'm going to take your pleas. I show you have a charge of speeding, going 50 in a 30-mile-per-hour zone, charge for displaying expired registration, and a charge for violating your driver's license restrictions. You understand you're facing those 3 charges?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so to the charge of speeding, going 50 in a 30-mile-per-hour zone, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, no contest, or not guilty?
Guilty.
All right. To the charge of displaying an expired registration, how do you wish to plead?
No.
Guilty, no contest, or not guilty?
No contest.
All right. And then finally, to the charge of violating your driver's license restriction, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, no contest, or not guilty?
No contest.
All right. And all 3 of these, you wish to waive your right to a jury trial and have me hear your cases tonight, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you wish to represent yourself, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you have any information that you wish to tell me or any requests that you wish to make?
You said what?
I'm sorry, ma'am. What did you say?
What's that?
Ask her.
Can you tell me what did the what's it called then?
I'm sorry, ma'am. You're not. I'm not understanding you. I need you to speak a little clearer. What did you say?
The firm program. What is?
You mean the deferred disposition probation?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, as I explained at the start of court, that is where you are on an informal probation out of my court for 90 days. You pay deferral fees and court costs. You follow the terms and conditions that I set. And if you do all of that, then at the end of the 90 days, your cases are dismissed. That is something that you, the defendant, must ask for after you enter a plea.
Okay. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So do you have anything you want to tell me or anything you wish to ask for?
Can I ask for that?
For the deferred disposition probation?
Yes, ma'am.
That will be granted. Is there anything else you wish me to take into consideration?
We have the registrations.
We have the registration as well.
You mean you went ahead and registered the vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Can you send us a copy of that registration right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You can either take a picture of it or if you have it scanned, I don't know if you have an electronic version of it. By the way, your screen's going very dark. I can barely see you. I don't know if you're moving away from it or what, but there we go. Now you're brighter. All right.
Okay.
So you can take a picture of it and email it to my court clerk or scan it and send it to us. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
And so let me ask you, why were you going so fast?
I had to go pick up my sister. She was broken down on the side of the road, and my parents were both at work. I know that's not like an excuse or anything. Like I shouldn't have been going that fast, but she was in a rush to go to work, and she was already late.
You told the officer you were trying to get some food.
No, I went and got some food.
Were you helping your sister or were you getting food?
I was helping my sister.
And is this your vehicle or is this a vehicle you share with other folks?
I'm not sure with my dad.
Okay. All right. Have you sent the registration?
No, ma'am, I'm getting it right now.
Okay, I'm gonna let you do this. We're gonna go ahead and mute. You can go ahead and mute. Let me talk to the next defendant, and then when you get that, when I receive that, I'll let you know. Next, I have Conrad Jackson. Excuse me, Jordan. I apologize. Conrad Jordan.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Jordan, if you could hang on, I know that court staff is getting your file right now, so we'll get to you in just one moment, okay? Okay,
Yes,
if you can
ma'am.
go ahead, go and mute. All right, next defendant is Roy Ashford. Mr. Ashford, can you please unmute and start your video?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, Mr. Ashford, you have one case pending, and that's defective stop lamps. Did you hear
Yes.
my earlier explanation about defendants' rights and options?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right, do you have any questions about those rights and options?
No, Your Honor.
All right, sir, to this charge of a defective stop lamp, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, no contest, or not guilty?
Not guilty.
All right, and do you wish to waive your right to jury trial and have me hear your
Yes.
case? And do
Yes,
you
Your
wish to
Honor.
represent yourself?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, now I see that you've already received a copy of the complaint and jury waiver, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so we have one defendant speaking with the prosecutor right now, and so his case is ahead of you for trial. You'll be the next one, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you will have an opportunity to speak with the prosecutor in a breakout session privately before you have your trial. You all may be able to work something out, and if not, then
Okay.
you can have your trial this evening, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Your Honor.
All right, you can go ahead and mute at this time, all right?
Okay. Okay. Let me see here. Hold on.
And next I have Laquilla Brown. Ms. Brown, can you please unmute and start your video?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ms. Brown, did you hear my earlier explanation about defendants' rights and options?
I did not.
Okay, I'm going to go over those right now. Please listen carefully. And how old are you?
29.
Okay. All right. Just have a youthful looking face. I just wanted to make sure. Okay. All right. All right. So this is the Municipal Court of Dalworthing and Gardens. We handle Class C misdemeanor violations and municipal violations. They are criminal offenses which carry fines only as their punishment. Because they're criminal offenses, if you are found guilty, a criminal conviction is reported on your record to the state authorities. You have the right to a trial by jury. You may waive that right and have me, the judge, hear your case instead if you wish to do so. You have the right to be represented by an attorney. You may waive that right and represent yourself if you wish to do so. Otherwise, if you wish to be represented by an attorney, I will give you a pass to hire an attorney if you have not yet done so. An attorney's years of training could be of great benefit to you, so if you wish to have time to consult with an attorney, I will gladly give you a pass until next month's docket to give you time to consult with an attorney. To these charges, you may plead either guilty, no contest, or not guilty. You may request deferred disposition probation for these offenses. That is a pretrial option where you, the defendant, enter a plea of guilty or no contest on the record, and I make a finding that there would be enough evidence to find you guilty, but I do not find you guilty. Instead, I defer finding you guilty and I place you on probation out of my court for 90 days. You pay deferral fees and court costs. You might be required to attend a class, or do some community service, or some other remedial step. If you follow the terms and conditions of the deferred disposition probation, then at the end of the 90 days, your case or cases will be dismissed. If you are unable to pay the full amount of your deferral fees and court costs, or fines and court costs if you're taking a conviction, by Monday, you may request to do a payment plan, and we'll set you up for that at the conclusion of your hearing. I see that we have the prosecutor back and we have one of the defendants back. I'm going to ask you to please mute for a second. Let me take their announcement. I'll come right back.
Okay.
Mr. Bishop and Mr. Winkle are back. Mr. Bishop, do you all have any sort of announcement in this case?
We do, Your Honor. There's been a change in the dollar amount of the plea offer,
Okay.
which is a fine of $150.
Uh-huh.
Court cost $81.
Mm-hmm.
Total $231.
Mm-hmm.
The court cost of $81 are going to be paid on or before August 17.
Okay.
And due to a reduction in wages from the defendant's job in terms of work, not any kind of punishment or anything.
Okay.
$50 every 2 weeks thereafter,
Mm-hmm.
plus current proof of insurance.
Okay. All right. Give me just one moment. All right. All right. So, Mr. Winkle, you've heard the plea agreement as the prosecutor read it into the record. Do you wish to accept this plea offer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so to the charge of failure to maintain financial responsibility, how do you wish to plead?
Good question.
Guilty.
So,
So you're
go ahead.
requesting deferred, correct? So
Yes.
that's either a guilty or no contest plea.
No contest.
Okay, no contest. All right, you've already indicated you wish to waive your right to jury trial and represent yourself. Based upon a plea of no contest, I'm making a finding that there would be enough evidence to find you guilty, but I will not find you guilty. Instead, I will defer finding you guilty and I will place you on deferred disposition probation out of this court for 90 days. Your deferral fee and court costs will total $231. The court costs will be due on the 17th of August. Payments, as Mr. Bishop stated in the plea agreement, and you will be on probation out of our court for 90 days. You are required to obtain and maintain insurance on any vehicle you drive during that 90-day time period. Okay. Any questions, Mr. Winkle?
No, ma'am.
Okay, this concludes your hearing. You're going to be released at this time. Watch your email for your paperwork, all right?
Okay, will do.
Mhm.
Thank you
All
for
right,
your time.
you too. Mr. Bishop, you have another defendant waiting to speak with you. We actually have two. We have Conrad Jordan, and I believe that one of the staff gave you his file. He's here, but we also have Roy Ashford, who is set for trial tonight, and we have his file here. His charge is defective stop lamps.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so are you ready to speak with Mr. Jordan, or do you need a minute to look at the folder?
Well, I've got Mr. Winkle's folder. I don't know that I've got Mr. Jordan's
Okay,
folder.
give me just one moment. I think
Mhm.
Ms. Ma is bringing that in, and I think she's also bringing you Mr. Ashford so that you'll be ready for both of those.
Okay, all right.
Mhm.
Okay, yes, Your Honor, I have Mr. Jordan's folder here.
All right.
Can certainly speak with him.
Okay, Ms. Ma will set you all up in a breakout session, and then Mr. Ashford, you will be next, all right? All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. While they are doing that, Ms. Brown, do you have any questions about the rights or options that I went over just a few minutes ago?
No, ma'am. You said we could plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest, correct?
Correct. Yes.
And we are allowed to get an attorney or represent ourselves.
I'm sorry, there was a little bit of background noise. I couldn't quite get that.
I'm so sorry. You said we have the right to get an attorney or represent ourselves?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I need to take your plea to each charge. The charge of failure to maintain financial responsibility. How do you wish to plead? Guilty, no contest, or not guilty?
No contest.
All right. And to the charge of expired registration, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, no contest, or not guilty?
Guilty.
Okay. And in both of these, you wish to waive your right to jury trial of me here case tonight, correct?
Correct.
And you wish to represent yourself, correct?
Correct.
All right. Do you have any information that you want to tell me or request that you want to make?
Yes, so I actually do have the insurance now. So
Good.
for the
Okay. Nope, I lost her. Okay. Have we gotten? Ms. Martinez, we still have not received that registration.
Yes, ma'am. I'm trying to send it right now, but it's saying the email isn't showing up on my screen.
Sandra at cityofdwg.net. You go ahead and do that. I'll let you go ahead and mute. I'm going to take Mr. Bishop's announcement. Mr. Bishop, are you ready for announcement on Mr. Jordan?
I do
Yes, Your
apologize.
Honor.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, this was a unsafe improper passing citation issued May 30, 2026. I've received a note, or the city has received a note from the officer as requesting it be dismissed in the interest of justice because after the stop, they determined that it doesn't meet the elements of the offense.
Okay.
Chief Petty has requested that as well. So state would agree to dismiss this in the interest of justice.
All right, Mr. Jordan, your case will be dismissed this evening. You are released at this time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, now, Mr. Bishop, Mr. Ashford, if you will watch for your breakout session, my court clerk will get you all set up. All right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. And now, Ms. Brown, I'm glad we got you back. Sorry we lost you there for a moment.
Yes,
Um,
ma'am.
Okay, so I've received your pleas in these cases. Do you have any information that you want to tell me? You mentioned you have insurance now. Did you get your vehicle registered?
I will be getting it registered on Friday.
Good, okay. Anything else you wish me to take into consideration?
No, ma'am.
And are you,
As far as I do have a question. As far as now that I'm having the insurance on that, would I be able to get that on a deferment payment plan? I
Yes.
know when I got the ticket, the officer, he mentioned that I could go to a court hearing and you guys could possibly not necessarily throw it out, but I could pay like a lower cost on it.
well, you can get deferred disposition probation and you get the lower deferral fee because you have insurance, yes.
Okay.
Right? Okay, so are you requesting deferred disposition probation on both of these charges?
Yes, ma'am.
I will grant that request. Anything else you wish to tell me?
No, ma'am.
All right, so based upon your pleas of guilty, I am making, and no contest, I'm making a finding that there would be enough evidence to find you guilty, but I will not find you guilty. Instead, I will defer finding you guilty and I'll place you on deferred disposition probation out of this court for 90 days. For the displaying expired registration, your deferral fee is $51. Court costs are $81. The total there is $132. On the failure to maintain financial responsibility, normally the deferral fee would be $226. I'm reducing it down to the minimum of $175. Court costs are $81. So there you're gonna have a total of $256. Now this is a significant amount. So I am assuming you need some time to pay that out. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. And is that 256 with both of the cases?
No, ma'am. 256 is on the expired registration. 132 is on 256 is on the no insurance, the failure to maintain financial responsibility. The 132 is the expired registration. So your total there is going to be 386.
Okay.
380, no, 388, excuse me. Yeah. So, can you get the court costs of $81 paid by Monday?
Yes.
Okay, now, can you make payments of $100 every 2 weeks after that?
Yes.
Okay. So pay 81 by Monday.
Okay.
And then $100 every 2 weeks after that. And once this is paid in full, then your probation will start. You'll be on probation out of my court for 90 days. Don't commit a criminal offense for the next 90 days and maintain your insurance. Don't let it lapse for even a minute, all right?
Got it.
Okay, now, if you have any questions or any issues, like I said, if something happens and you're not gonna be able to make a payment on time when you need to, contact my staff and ask for a modification. We will work with you as long as we hear from you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Now, my court clerk will email you your paperwork. If you haven't gotten it by Friday, please call and they will resend it, okay?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. This concludes your hearing. You're released at this time. Ms. Martinez, we're still not seeing anything.
I sent it to the email that was gave.
She sent it from her phone.
Yeah. I mean,
Can you state your email on the record and my court clerk will email you and you can just reply to it?
yes, ma'am. You want me to say it or type in chat?
You can just say it, whatever's easiest for you.
Okay, it's lowercase MKLOE 2345@gmail.com.
Is it 2345?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So M, like for Martinez, KLOE 2345 at Gmail?
Gmail.com.
At
Yes,
Gmail.
ma'am.
All right. So my court clerk is emailing you, and then you can respond to that and attach it, okay?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, she just sent it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Check.
5, yes.
Ma'am, I'm not getting it.
She's checking, she's resending it now. Do you
Okay, I
see?
got it.
Okay.
Oh, what was it? Okay, I sent it to you.
Okay, give me just a minute and I'll take a look at that. I'll be right back.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am, we got the picture you sent, but all we can see is that you paid for some registration. We can't see the make or the model or anything. When there's a spot that shows like the make and model of the vehicle, the registration. We need to be able to see that. We need to see the whole sheet of paper, not just the receipt. So
Okay.
put that down and take a picture of the whole sheet. We need we need the whole thing, yes.
Yep.
Take a picture of all of it.
Just keep going.
Because we have to confirm it that you got that vehicle registered.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I sent the other one.
Okay, let me take a look.
Oh yeah, right there. Year slash make 2014
All right, we got it. I see that you did get it registered. I will take that into consideration in setting your deferral fee. And the restriction on your driver's license was the restriction about driving alone. Is that correct? Because it was this just a learner's permit?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand do you still just have your learner's permit or have you gotten your full license?
I got my permit, but I can't get my license. I just have to make an appointment.
Okay, so understand you cannot drive on your own with, unless you have someone, until you get your full permit. Excuse me, your full driver's license. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is there anything else you want me to take into consideration?
No, ma'am.
All right, well, based upon your pleas of guilty and no contest, I am making a finding that there would be enough evidence to find you guilty, but I will not find you guilty. Instead, I will defer finding you guilty and I will place you on deferred disposition probation pursuant to deferred disposition probation for 90 days. On your expired registration, your deferral fee normally would be $51. Since you did get the vehicle registered, I'm going to reduce that down to $10. Court costs are $81, so the total for that is $91.
Yes, ma'am.
On your speeding charge, your deferral fee is $100. Your court costs are $134. Total there is $234. On violating your driver's license restriction, your deferral fee is $101. Court costs are $81. All right. Now, are you going to be able to get this paid in full, or do you need some time to be able to pay this out?
What's the total?
So the total is going to be 132 plus 234 plus 91. So that's going to be $457.
Can you give me 2 weeks?
Can you get it paid in full in 2 weeks?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, are you paying this or your parents giving you money?
I am.
Good, then I don't have to order you to pay her back. That's good. All right. So pay in full in 2 weeks. Now, normally, I know you don't have your full driver's license because normally I'd be ordering you to take a driving safety course or to go and retake the driving test. I'm going to order that you complete anything you need to do for driver's ed and get your driver's license during this time period. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have an appointment with DPS at this time?
We're gonna make it. I don't have one right now, but we're gonna make it.
Okay, so particularly if you're trying to go here in the Metroplex area, it can be tough to get it done in 90 days. So you may either have to go to an outlying area or may need to ask for an extension, all right? But you can make those appointments online. I'm going to tell you to make it tonight after you're done with court, all right?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so my court clerk will email you your paperwork, get your payment in within the next 2 weeks. You can come in person and pay, you can pay online, or you can come in and drop it off in the night drop if you need to do so. And remember, if you have any questions or you think you're going to have a difficulty complying with the term of the deferred disposition probation, call my staff and ask for a modification or an extension, all right?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Okay, this concludes your hearing. You're released at this time.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we have Mr. Bishop and Mr. Ashford back. Mr. Bishop, do you have an announcement in this case? Hope you're muted, sir.
Pardon me, Your Honor. This was a bad brake light ticket, and the defendant had it fixed and can't get a receipt from the repairman because of a language barrier. So I told him that I would agree to pass until the next contest docket. And if he will send a picture of the rear of the vehicle with the license plate showing, the brake lights working, both of them, then I would agree to dismiss this for the $10 admin fee.
Okay. All right. All right, Mr. Ashford, now you can get that in between now and then, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
And then you can just go ahead and pay that and it can be closed out, all right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, but we will reset this until our September docket, which will be September 2nd, just in case, all right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Any questions, sir?
No, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
Okay, this concludes your hearing. You are free to go at this time.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Bishop, is there anything else that we need to take up on the record?
There is, Your Honor. In regard to the citation issued to Al Rasha Waits II, G 5457701, state would request that be dismissed in the interest of justice.
That will be dismissed.
In regards to the citation issued to Nestor Gerardo Melgar, case number G 5400401 and G 5400402, state would be request those citations be dismissed in the interest of justice.
Those
And
will be
lastly, in the case issued to Mary Ann Giles, case number G 5245402. This is a okay, it's a display expired registration ticket, but it was her employer's vehicle.
And she was test driving. Apparently she works for an auto body shop and they sent her out to test something.
Okay, there's an insurance policy here, and I was thinking it was insurance. Looks like it's explained. Well, we would request that be dismissed in the interest of justice.
Okay.
She was working.
Yes.
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you so much. We will go off the record at this time.